Hey familia, Miranda here, and today I have a Hamilton book haul for you. So if you're not familiar with Hamilton Book, it is a super great site to find movies at cheap prices. Like even sometimes the boutique labels that they're getting in, you can shave off at least a few bucks as if you were to buy it like from the, site itself, the label itself, or like Amazon or whatever. Always price compare. But anywho, yeah, I know some of the titles may end up showing up at like, Dollar Tree or Big Lots, but if you can't find them there, then they're on Hamilton Book, most likely. But yeah, you guys, I've been buying from Hamilton Book for a while now, and I couldn't be happier. Never had any, bad experiences. They have great customer service and everything, you guys. But anywho, so I did go ahead and pick up some things. Not a whole lot this time around, but some things. So let's go ahead and get right into it. So I did get one DVD, you guys. I want to give a shout out to Bryan, aka the Horror Punk, here on YouTube. His information will be in the description box below for you guys to go check out his channel. But anywho, I saw him haul this and I was like in shock, because this movie, it actually never physically got a DVD release, and I believe not even a VHS release. I could be wrong. It is a movie from the 1980s. I don't see the actual like date on here, but I know it's from the 1980s, like late 1980s. And I do already own this movie on DVD, but the main reason why I got this film is because I wanted to kind of compare the quality. I'm assuming that this is also going to be a burn on demand, just like the one that I have, but that is the Purple People Eater. I feel like hardly anybody knows about this film, but this is one of those few 80s flicks that I grew up on. We used to have it on VHS, like recorded with like a bunch of other movies. And then, I don't know, a couple years back, I came across the site, I forget what it's called. It's like Movie Buff something. And so they had this available, but again, burn on demand. And so I ordered it, but the quality really wasn't all that great. Like it was literally like the same as if you were to watch it here on YouTube, because it is available to watch for free. It was literally like the same quality. And so like I even messaged them like, hey, this is pretty crappy, whatever. And they ended up refunding me my money, and I still got to keep the movie, which is awesome. But yeah, I'm curious to see, like, I don't really expect there to be much of a difference or anything like that, but we'll see. But yeah, we got the Purple People here. You got a young Neil Patrick Harris in here. You have Ned Beatty and Shelley Winters, and you do have some like surprise appearances from Little Richard, Chubby Checker, and Peggy Lipton. It's just a fun movie, you guys. I really enjoy this one. It's just, to me, a classic. But again, like I said, nobody really knows about this movie, I feel like. But yeah, Purple People Eater. And I know Walmart, they do also carry like a double feature set that has this and I forget what the heck the other movie is. And it's like such a weird combination to have this, because the other movie is like a ninja karate movie, something like that, and it's like seven something. It's like seven ninjas, seven brothers. No, Lucky Seven, I think is what it be called. I don't know, but anywho, and I heard that one's not great at all either, like the quality. So I'm gonna go ahead and check this one out and see. So we got Purple People Eater. So moving on to the Blu-rays that I got, I did pick up a few upgrades and then just some other things that were of interest. So first up, I mostly got this because it is an anime, and recently I found all those anime titles at Dollar Tree, which are actually available on Hamilton Book if you couldn't find them, but obviously they're not $1.25. But so this one is called The Wonderland, and it is in Japanese and English, and it's 116 minutes long. I'm trying to see what year it's from, but I'm not seeing a year listed. So yeah, I'm not quite sure what year it's from, but we have the Wonderland. So went ahead and got that. Next, I did go ahead and upgrade VFW. I recently found this at Dollar Tree with the awesome slip and everything. Really, really enjoyed this. It is just a super good time, you guys. It's cheesy, it's fun, there's gore and all of that good stuff. It's just a wild time, you guys. So VFW, I do know that the 4K is on sale right now for like $7, but I had already like placed my order and everything, and so I think I'm just gonna stick to this, because I hear even so like the 4K, like the transfer isn't all that great. It's like hardly like different from the Blu-ray, so I'm fine with that. Next up, we got Jodie Foster in A Little Man Tate. This one actually really caught my interest. I guess like this is supposed to be her son, and he's like a prodigy child. And so basically it's kind of about this single mom's kind of struggle with him being this like, you know, almost like genius and whatnot. And he goes to this camp and, you know, there's people there that, you know, think that there's better things for him than what the mom can like offer him or something like that along those lines. So it's kind of like about dealing with I guess like the difficulties of him being like a prodigy child. So sounded interesting, so figured I'd go ahead and check that one out. I did go ahead and upgrade Beastly with Vanessa Hudgens. I really don't remember too much about this movie. I know I've seen it a time or two, but yeah, I thought I would go ahead and upgrade it. Next up, we have this movie here called Baby Teeth. This one too caught my interest, and just the title alone sounds interesting. Basically, this girl, she's dating some sort of like drug dealer, and well, basically her family thinks it's going to be a total disaster, but I guess like just everything that's going on in her life is kind of like opens her up, and she kind of shows everybody in her path, like her boyfriend, her parents, and just other people, basically what it's like. Let me see what exactly it says here. It says it's basically her finding grace in like the chaos of life and just like letting go of everything else in a sense. So yeah, from what they thought was going to be a disaster actually turned into a good thing. So I don't know, it just sounded really good, so I went ahead and got that one. I did go ahead and upgrade Overboard, which I've actually not seen this version. I've only seen the newer version with Anna Faris and Eugenio Derbez. So I definitely need to get to watching this one, but I figured I would go ahead and upgrade it anyways. This next one I've actually had on my list for like a while now. It's one that I've been wanting to see. Now I know I've heard like mixed reviews on this one, but it seems like a nice little, I guess it's like a thriller. But you have Mia Wasikowska, Matthew Good, and Nicole Kidman in Stoker. So yeah, I've been very curious about this one, so looking forward to checking that one out. Next up, so they did get in several Shudder titles, like several of those ones that were showing up at Dollar Tree. They have on Blu-ray on Hamilton Book right now. And so actually this one wasn't one that like showed up, but I watched this on Shudder because I do have the Shudder app and I've been watching things on there like crazy. And it is called Metamorphosis. And this one, I forget, it's in Japanese, no, it's in Korean. It's in Korean, and it basically it's like a sort of like, you know, kind of like haunting exorcism kind of film, but it's interesting to see like other cultures' takes on like exorcisms and stuff like that. I will say it did get a little confusing at times, just for the simple fact of like, kind of knowing like what's real, what's not. But I actually really enjoyed this. I mean, it's not like your greatest like exorcism film or anything by means, but I enjoyed it for what it is, and I enjoyed it enough to have it in the collection. So we got Metamorphosis. Next up, this one just looked like a fun time, and I'm totally digging the artwork on this. But that is Mega Time Squad, and basically has to do with like time travel and stuff. So, but it sounded like a really good time, and basically it's like I said, it's about time travel, but there's this like dude that he's like a robber, and so I guess he's using this like he stole from like his boss or something like that, and part of it was this like amulet that's actually like a time machine, and so it's able to let him kind of, you know, go back a couple minutes in time, and he can do like these robberies and whatnot, but it ends up releasing like some sort of demon. So it sounds interesting, it looks pretty fun, so you know, I figured why the heck not, let's go ahead and check it out. A couple more here. So we have another Shudder original. I really enjoyed this one, you guys. I really enjoyed this one. And that is Z Wants to Play. This was showing up on DVD at Dollar Tree, but I wanted the Blu-ray because I did stream this one on Shudder because I didn't pick up the DVD for it myself. But I really enjoyed this one. There was one scene like my mouth just like hit the floor, you guys. So it's not that it's like really like scary at all. It is pretty creepy though. It's definitely creepy. Z is definitely creepy. But the storyline is good, you guys. And I don't know, parts of this were kind of sad and like messed up. Especially like more towards the end. But yeah, I highly recommend this one if you have not seen it. It's really, really good. So got that one. And then the last one is one that I've actually heard good things about. forget who it was, but somebody actually literally said that this movie is bonkers. And you have Macy Williams in The Owners. So it looks like a good time. Probably going to be some good gore. So let me read to you what it says, because it just sounds like craziness. It says, a group of friends, they think they found the perfect easy score, an empty house with a safe full of cash, but when the elderly couple that lives there comes home early, the tables are suddenly turned. As a deadly game of cat and mouse ensues, the would-be thieves are left to fight to save themselves from a nightmare they could never have imagined. So sounds pretty crazy. So yeah, it's one I've heard good things about, so looking forward to checking it out. So that is everything that I got from Hamilton Book this time around. You guys definitely don't sleep on Hamilton Book. Go check out all the titles that they have. Like I said, they carry a little bit of everything for everyone. There's just lots of interesting titles. You got lots of like old school titles. Like I said, they've been getting a lot of like boutique stuff, like from Arrow and other, you know, labels and whatnot. So definitely, you know, go check them out, do your price comparing and all of that. But anywho, you guys, let me know if you guys have picked up anything cool recently from Hamilton Book. Thanks so much for watching. Join the family if you have not, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.